Sports Channel with your boy Jd5. This is your boy, Mr. Jd5, and I appreciate you guys for always tuning in, supporting this channel. Channel is steady growing. Um, I'm finally starting to slowly get back in the algorithm now. I feel appreciated about that. Without it, I can't be there without you guys hitting the like button, sharing this podcast, this channel, whatever the case may be. I just like to give continuance of appreciation to you guys because I'm nothing without you guys. I'm nothing. This channel can't grow without people tuning in and hitting that like button to trigger the algorithm, and also commenting to trigger the algorithm. Like I said, I'm nothing without you guys. Well, let's get right into it. Um, First of all, I want to give a shout out, which we already knew Jaden Daniels was going to the Pro Bowl, and we should already knew Terry McLaurin was going to the Pro Bowl. But I'm kind of surprised that no one else, at least Frankie Louvu, should have got a mention. You know, although it was like 15 commanders that was voted. You know what I'm saying? I looked at the starters, and I don't want to sound like I'm wrong here or anything like that. I just looked at the people that was. No, I am looking at the reserves, and I don't see a Frankie Louvu on defense at all. For linebackers, I see Jonathan Greenyard, Andrew Van Ginkel, uh, Jared Verse, Fred Warner, Zach Bond. Uh, who else? That's it. That's all I see. I do not see a Frankie Louvu, and that right there doesn't sit well with me. I wanted to see Frankie Louvu make the Pro Bowl team, but he didn't make it. And that's unfortunate because he's having a heck of a year, man. I don't know what more you can do to get voted in the Pro Bowl, uh, the type of year that Frankie Louvu is having right now. I'm at a loss for words because I thought that the impact that he made on defense, that he was assuring, and obviously that's not the case, and kind of disappointing. But anyway, he just Louvu, if you hear this, you see this podcast, just please keep being the player that you are, the great player that you are. Keep knocking them out the box. You know what I'm saying? Causing those guys to have concussions, fumble the ball, make them uncomfortable out there. You know what I'm saying? And when I say concussions, I'm not meaning any ill will to anybody, but you know that's part of the game anyway. You know, you hit a guy hard enough, sometimes concussions happen. Not saying deliberately go out there and hit a guy to try to concuss a guy, but bring the intensity level, bring that thump that you've been bringing, and if a concussion happens, then so be it. That's part of the sport. It's a physical sport, so I don't want nobody can get my message misconstrued. You know what I'm saying, and make it seem like I'm promoting injury or bodily harm to another player. You know, with intent. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. It's just that sometimes when the collisions happen, you know those things happen. I just wanted to clear that up. But anyway, the main news: Cliff Kingsbury, is he leaving Washington? Well, it sounded like it in his press conference. Let me let you guys hear what Cliff Kingsbury had to say.
Do you want to be a head coach again?
Yeah, I'm sure at some point. Yeah, at some point.
Do you plan to interview for jobs this year?
I won't comment on that, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I'm very happy here. Yeah, this has been an awesome place. It's really helped me kind of rekindle my love for the sport.
Last one, but what did you learn from your first stint, and what would you need?
Yeah, I think the first one, I didn't know what I didn't know really coming from college. My first, I bounced around on teams as a player, but not as a coach on any level. And so to come in there, I don't think I set the foundation the way I would do it after watching DQ and how he set the foundation from day one. And it was, these are the standards. This is what we won't compromise. This is what we're going to be. I definitely could have done a better job of that and kind of watch you. Don't lay it out like that. It's hard to put it back in. You know, it's hard to kind of reset. I think that's where he's done such a great job. day one. There was no ifs, ands, or buts, and the guys bought in, and he's led an incredible way by doing that.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds to me like this guy left the door wide open. Now he didn't leave it cracked. He left it wide open. Like, yeah, I am available to whoever want to talk to me after this season is up. Come on down. That's what it sounds like to me, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it in the comments and let me know what you guys think of what Kliff Kingsbury is deciding, or what he interpreted on that situation. Tell me what you think about what he said. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like to me, and I'm no rocket scientist or anything like that, but it sounds like Kliff Kingsbury left that door wide open, man, with the lock unhinged and everything. The lock is not even locked, no key in it, none of that stuff. He just said, "Hey, I'm wide open to any, possibilities." Even though he said he loved Washington, but I'm pretty sure you love Washington, but you thinking about the Chicago job and reuniting with Caleb Williams, to take on the task of, uh, uh, everybody saw what he did with Jaden Daniels. Could he do the same thing with, Caleb Williams? Is this guy one of those type of people who loves challenges to see if he can make everything great that he touched? Let's say you got Patrick Mahomes when he was in college, Kyler Murray, missing one person, and then you got Jaden Daniels. You had Caleb Williams. I know it's somebody else, but those guys come to my mind real quick. I mean, Kliff Kingsbury, no doubt about it, is one of the best when it comes to developing quarterbacks and getting the best play out of quarterbacks. No doubt he's one of the best. Not going to take that away from him. But why would you want to leave Washington, man? You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, at least top 5 in the league, top 10. Some would argue top 10. Either way, he's not past 10. And you want to leave to go and try to coach Caleb Williams? I know it's a challenge for you. You want to prove to everybody that you this guru, and if you could turn that thing around in Chicago, man, you're great. You're great, man, because you did something another coach couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And I know you can do it. But to the elevation that you did with Jaden Daniels, I don't know about that, because Jaden Daniels is a special player. You got to give credit to Jaden Daniels, and I think that was part of the reason why Kliff Kingsbury took this job, because he know what type of player that Jaden Daniels is, and you can't blame him for wanting to jump ship and come straight here, because he knew, I think he kind of knew that they was going to be something he was going to be a force to be reckoned with, but I don't think he knew that it was going to be to this magnitude. You dig what I'm saying? But he over excelled, I think, everybody's expectations. I'm talking about Kliff Kingsbury, with his input on Jaden Daniels. And Jaden Daniels already had the gift. I think he was going to be special, regardless of Kliff Kingsbury, but probably in a different system. They probably wouldn't have utilized him the correct way as Kliff Kingsbury. Kliff Kingsbury is the type of coach that he allows the player to be free. He don't try to put him in a box, So I think other coaches probably would have tried to box Jaden Daniels in just to be one-dimensional, put more emphasis on him being more one-dimensional, versus Kliff Kingsbury, like, man, be the Superman if you need to. Stay within the offense, but if you need to be Superman, be Superman. That's what got you here. That's what made us draft you. Do you. And I don't know if another coach would have did that and got that up out of, gave Jaden Daniels that much freedom. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to Kliff Kingsbury for allowing that young man to be him and be free and not try to box him in. You know what I mean? But a Kliff Kingsbury, it's hard to replace a Kliff Kingsbury. That'll be the major problem that we'll run into. Who would you get to replace a Kliff Kingsbury? If you guys got any suggestions, leave it in the comment. I would love to see who you guys think will be a replacement for Kliff Kingsbury. I would love to hear that, and I'd love to do some research on it, because right off the bat right now, I don't know, as long as it ain't anybody not named EB. You know what I'm saying? And that's Erk Bieniemy, not Erk from the 106 Park fan. I mean 106.7 the fan. I say 106 Park. 106.7 the fan. You know what I'm saying? Not that EB, but we talking about the EB that was here with Ron Rivera, who stinked up the joint, who got fired in 2 places within 2 years. That's terrible, but it is what it is. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments because it ain't too many people right now that I'm looking at that's available. That's a tough one. That'll be a tough one. That would hurt us dramatically if a Kliff Kingsbury leave us when the offense pretty much is rolling right now. You know what I mean? They average 28, 29 points a game. They scored 40 points twice this year, put up 30 points probably like 5 or 6 times this year. I mean, bro, we haven't had that since the 91 Super Bowl season. So, I mean, that's a tough one right there. So, all I'm saying is, whatever we need to do to keep Kliff Kingsbury in the building, we got to keep him in the building. You know what I'm saying? Persuade him to stay at least 2 more years for us. Let Jaden get acclimated. Let Jaden learn different defenses because he still ain't see all the defenses yet. Still got other teams to play. Let him get that cycle through around the league of teams and different defense coordinators. You know what I'm saying? That'll take at least 2 years or 3 years at best for him to circle around all the 32 teams, and see what everybody got to offer because other teams they haven't played them yet. The Buffaloes of the world, you know what I'm saying? The Miami Dolphins of the world, those type of teams, so, let them cycle through, because we need a Kliff Kingsbury on this team and on his staff, you know what I'm saying? He bring out the best in players like OZ, Crowder. Crowder was already doing it, you know what I'm saying? But he went to the Jets. He was still okay with the Jets, but it's something about Washington. He likes to play here, man. He brings out his best, performances when he play here. Even a Terry McLaurin, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though Terry 1,000-yard receiver, but look how many times he got in the end zone. Scheming up plays for Terry McLaurin in the red zone, stuff like that. So this guy, other than the running game was rolling early in the year. Now, when people talk about Kliff Kingsbury offense stailing off, I think you could say that about the running game. But the passing game, because of you got a dominant quarterback, an elite quarterback, I mean to say, he makes things happen. He is your running game and your passing game. He is the MVP of the team. Without Jaden Daniels, could Kliff Kingsbury still be effective? I don't know that it remains to be seen because he had time at the Arizona. He had time with the Arizona Cardinals. He was also with the college team, but he wasn't a coach or anything like that. I just don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's hard. It really is hard to say, But me personally, I mean, people was talking smack about him early in the year. I never paid that any mind, but I would like for us to keep Kliff Kingsbury. I'm very comfortable with him, and I think the offensive unit is very comfortable with him. They like him. He's a player's coach. He's creative. He's innovative. He listens to the players when they have suggestions, and he'll go with it if it makes sense. So with a coach like that, man, you don't want to get rid of a coach like that, man. You really don't. Yeah, but I just came across that. It just came across my television, my phone. I was checking it out and thought I'd make a video about it, man. Tell me, guys, how you feel in the comments. Tell me how you feel in the comment section. I would love to hear how you feel about Kliff Kingsbury possibility of him leaving the Washington Commanders. You let me know. Anyway, this your boy Albert DG. Peace.